This video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet, a slim front pocket wallet available in carbon fiber and titanium. With more than 250,000 sold, a lifetime guarantee and free shipping, get 10% off with the code GOLDFISH at ridgewallet.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. So as you know, Thursday means it's Fishbowl Thursday here in Instant Deck Tech land, and we have a crazy standard combo list to check out today. This is Belzenlok Mastery Combo, and it comes to us from Squilliam Fancy Shot. So thank you so much to Squilliam for sending in a really sweet deck, and if you'd like your own deck considered for a future Fishbowl Thursday, make sure to leave that link in the comments, or you can email me, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Anyway, let's talk some Belzenlok Mastery Combo. So the idea of this deck is pretty sweet. First off, we need two combo pieces. Combo piece number one is Lich's Mastery. So Lich's Mastery, you gain life, you draw cards, etc, etc, etc. The big deal in this deck with Lich's Mastery is we are playing it for one reason, and that is it makes it so we can't lose the game even if we take damage, because the idea of this deck is to get down Lich's Mastery and then to cast a Demon Lord Belzenlok. So Demon Lord Belzenlok, when it enters a battlefield, it starts exiling cards until it hits a non-land card with converted mana cost less than 3. As long as you're hitting non-lands with converted mana cost 4 or greater, you get to keep putting those cards in your hand, and that's the mechanic that this deck is trying to abuse. So basically, we're trying to get down Lich's Mastery, then we cast Demon Lord Belzenlok, and to understand where this is going, we gotta talk about the rest of the cards in our deck. So let's say we get down Lich's Mastery, we play our Demon Lord Belzenlok. What are we hitting with this Demon Lord Belzenlok? Well, first off, our removal, a little bit weird. Ixalan's Binding, that's normal. Vraska's Contempt, that's normal. Response Resurgence, that one's a little bit weird. Why are we playing Response Resurgence when we could have Seal Away, or more commonly played removal spells, Lava Coil or whatever? Well, the answer here is, with the split cards, as far as Demon Lord Belzenlok is concerned, it's counting both halves of the card as its converted mana cost. So instead of being 2 mana like Response is, or 5 mana like Resurgence is, together those cards are 7 mana. So Demon Lord Belzenlok sees that as higher than 4 converted mana cost, even though we can cast Response for 2 mana as an early game removal spell, and it keeps drawing us cards. Then we get to our sweepers, 4 mana for Settle the Wreckage, 5 mana for Cleansing Nova, so passing the Demon Lord Belzenlok check while also wrathing away our opponent's board, making sure we're not dying in the early game to a bunch of creatures. And then our card draw, we kind of do the same trick as with our removal. Discovery Dispersal, we're mostly casting Discovery as a 2 mana cantrip. However, really, the converted mana cost is 7 because it's both halves combined. So we keep drawing with Demon Lord Belzenlok, Chemist's Insight, 4 mana so it passes the test. That's right. In our entire deck, every single card has a converted mana cost of 4 or higher, which means if we play Lich's Mastery, and then we resolve a Demon Lord Belzenlok, we will literally draw our entire deck. We'll take a bunch of damage along the way, but that's fine. We're going to have to exile a bunch of cards to our Lich's Mastery, but we're going to literally draw every card in our deck. So, whatever. Not a big deal. That's fine. We'll exile a bunch of cards. We'll have cards in our graveyard from our early game plays. So we exile a whole bunch of stuff, and then we are going to hit 2 cards that allow us to finish the game. First off, we have 1 copy of Nexus of Fate. We also have 3 copies of Mastermind's Acquisition. So if you can picture this scenario, we play Lich's Mastery, we play Demon Lord Belzenlok, we draw literally our entire deck. We will have 0 cards left in our deck when this finishes. Demon Lord Belzenlok draws us our entire deck. We got to exile a bunch of cards to our Lich's Mastery, but the cards we want to keep in our hand are especially Nexus of Fate and Mastermind's Acquisition. So Nexus of Fate allows us to go infinite. We can keep casting Nexus of Fate. It keeps going back into our deck. It's the only card in our deck. We're going to keep drawing it, and we simply beat our opponent down with our Demon Lord Belzenlok as we keep looping our Nexus of Fate every single turn. So that's plan to win number 1. Plan to win number 2 is we can use our Mastermind's Acquisition to tutor up some big creatures from our sideboard. Chromium the Mutable, gonna come down even through counters. Same with Nezahal. Tetzimok can blow up a bunch of stuff on the board if we need to. So we can tutor up one of those to speed up that beatdown process, because we're gonna have the Nexus of Fate as well. So that is the deck. get down Lich's Mastery, cast Demon Lord Belzenlok, because every single non-land card in our deck costs more than 4 mana. We draw the entire thing, kill our opponent with infinite turns with Nexus of Fate by beating down with Belzenlok, or by tutoring up some of our sideboard stuff with Mastermind's acquisition. As far as the mana base, pretty simple. Field of Ruins, a bunch of dual lands, a few basic lands. In the sideboard, we already talked about our creatures. They can come in and control matchups, also tutor targets for Mastermind's acquisition to finish off the game. For control, we have duresses, negates, and also an island, which is pretty good. We don't want to let our opponent, our control opponent, blow up our Lich's Mastery with something like Cleansing Nova. We'd lose the game on the spot. And then for aggro, we get Ritual of Soot as a sweeper, Blessing of Belzenlok. A little bit weird. Technically, it gives our Belzenlok lifelink, so it gains us a bunch of life. I don't know if that's really necessary because our creatures are so expensive, but I guess it is to fight against aggro, as strange as that sounds. I'm sure there's probably a better way of doing it. It might just be a flavor card because we are a Belzenlok combo deck, so maybe, Belzenlok, Blessing of Belzenlok, maybe that's where we're going with it. Ixalan's Binding, the Eldest Reborn for some more removal, and that is the absurdity of Belzenlok Mastery combo for Standard. And that's our Fishbowl Thursday deck for this week. So again, thank you to Squilliam Fancy Shop for sending in such a unique deck. And again, if you'd like your own deck considered for a future Fishbowl Thursday, leave that link in the comments or email me, saffronolive@mtgoldfish.com. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.